Fire destroys one restaurant and upstairs apartment in the Big Sandy last night. We hear from community members as they realize a staple is no more. And protesters in the nation's capital call for action from the president to stop the fighting in Gaza.
Plus, we are giving you the first alert for some cooler air by next week. Those details coming up as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
A major fire in one Pike County community had first responders fighting flames overnight. Ducker's Barn and Grill was a community favorite in Elkhorn City. It opened its doors in the summer of 2020. The building on the corner of Russell Street and Kentucky 80 was engulfed in flames last night, which crews continued to battle into this afternoon. Community members say it's hard to see what has become an area staple go up in smoke.
So having a place like this is really important to the community, and it's really going to be missed having this for the time that it's gone.
Farron hopes the owners will eventually reopen in a new location. Mayor Mike Taylor says a lot of love and labor went into the restaurant. Investigators say the building materials and type of construction made things difficult. Fire officials say it's not yet known what sparked the fire. Hear more about the loss to the community coming up at 6. Food pantries across the region are busy this holiday season. Several officials say they are seeing an increase in folks needing assistance. As those needs increase, the stock of items in the pantries decrease. Director of the New Hope Food Ministries, Bruce Estep, says they have received outside help while trying to get food to folks in the community.
We had so many different groups from outside the community that came in and brought stuff, and we would, if somebody come in need, we would give to them. But our primary food pantry is basically Perry County residents.
Estep says as the holidays quickly approach, there are some items that are often left out of donations that are crucial to preparing meals. We'll have more on those items tonight at 6.
Well, we are 1 week from Thanksgiving, but we have temperatures in the 70s across the mountains this afternoon. Also tracking some sunshine as well. Here's a live look from Buffalo Mountain. You can see not a cloud in the sky. That current temperature is 72 degrees, and all of us right now, for the most part, in the middle to lower 70s, up to 71 for Jackson, 73 in Somerset, and 72 over in London, also Irvin at this hour. So once again, we are well above average on your Thursday. Up on first alert, pinpoint Doppler, that dry weather also continues into this afternoon, also into this evening, as high pressure also sticks around as we close out your Thursday. Now, this is the latest drought monitor that was dropped today, and notice that drought continues to worsen across the region, all thanks to those recent dry spells. That tan color, that is a moderate drought, but look at that orange color, that's a severe drought that continues to expand across southern Kentucky. But some good news, we are tracking some beneficial rain chances tomorrow, but also another weather system by Monday and Tuesday of next week. So we are tracking an active forecast as we kick off Thanksgiving week, and then some cooler weather is on the way for Thanksgiving, also for Black Friday. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thank you. Internet and telephone services have collapsed across the Gaza Strip, bringing a potentially long-term communications blackout. Huge plumes of smoke were seen rising over the Gaza skyline today as blasts erupted. Meanwhile, Israeli commandos are searching through every building and every floor of Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital. Soldiers have yet to release any evidence of the central Hamas command center that Israel has said is concealed beneath the complex. Amnesty International organized a demonstration outside the White House to visually represent the bodies of thousands of Palestinians who have died since the Israel-Hamas war began. Protesters laid roses on the fake body bags and later placed candles, demanding for President Biden to call for a ceasefire. Amnesty senior campaign manager Isra Shaker says the group is calling for the Israeli government to allow aid to enter Gaza.
This vigil is a representation of grief, a lot of insurmountable grief and desire, and calling out for our president to do something to stop this, because we need to stop this. How many more lives killed? How many more families destroyed?
The United States has said that a general ceasefire would not be appropriate, though it has pushed for pauses in hostilities to deliver humanitarian aid. The Senate Aging Committee held a hearing today on how scammers are using artificial intelligence to create voice clones and deep fakes to target older Americans. The purpose of the hearing was to find ways to combat the problem. Witness Steve Weissman says older Americans reportedly lost more than $1.6 billion to frauds and scams in 2022. President Biden recently issued an executive order for new AI standards.
The FTC estimates in 2022 the actual amount lost by seniors could be as high as $48.4 billion. And now with artificial intelligence, the scams are getting worse. AI has become a sophisticated weapon that can be effectively utilized by even the most unsophisticated scammers.
A 2023 report by the digital security company McAfee revealed 52% of Americans share their voices online each week. Experts say scammers grab those recordings for AI purposes. Initial jobless claims increased last week, reaching the highest level in more than 2 months. According to the Labor Department, there were 231,000 first-time claims for unemployment benefits during the week that ended on November 11th. That is up 13,000 from the prior week. Continuing unemployment claims also rose for the 8th consecutive week. They are now at their highest level since late November 2021. Coming up on First at 4, President Biden and the President of China have been meeting in San Francisco. We'll check in with WYMT Washington correspondent John Decker live from San Francisco for an update from there.
And we stay dry into this evening, but those rain chances are not far away. Those details coming up after this break.